Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let Love Lead. So, I have a third tool for you today to use to help you, come into your stillness, into the presence. These are just breathing exercises. They're mindfulness exercises. They are quick and easy tools to help you tap into stillness and silence just for a few minutes, because sometimes that's all we need to come back into the present, which is where we need to be living from in this world. So this one is one I use all the time because it's a walking meditation. It's a walking mindfulness exercise. You can call it whatever you want. So when I'm out walking, what I don't do most of the time, full transparency, sometimes I do have my phone with me, but most of the time I try and walk without my phone. Because when I do, immediately I am so much more present. I am so much more with nature, with what's going on around me. I even notice that I make eye contact with people. I smile at people more. I'm just, I notice birds and trees and I notice colors, and all of that happens when I don't take my phone when I go off on a walk. But the other tool I use is, I don't know anyone else. I've not heard anyone else explain this tool before. Perhaps it's out there. I don't think there's any new information on this planet. In fact, I think that all the information is up in the quantum field and we all have access to it. That's a whole nother story. But this is, I don't know, I don't call it anything. But as I'm walking, I bring my attention to certain things and then I name the thing in my head. So I'm walking along and I might see a tree, and in my head I will say tree. Then I take my gaze or my vision to something else, and I might see a statue, and I will bring my attention and full focus to the statue, and I'll actually repeat in my head statue. All this, and I keep doing that for several minutes on end. All this does is it takes you fully out of the past and future mind chatter, where our thinker, our figure-outer, our trier, our doer loves to exist. And if you're just walking along and not giving this anything to do, it'll just go and do its own thing. It'll just, chatter away and think away in the past and the future. This is a practice I use where I'm actually, it's like I'm giving my mind instructions. I'm giving it something to do. So if you don't give your mind something to do, and I write about this in my book, The Power of a Peaceful Woman, but if you don't give your mind something to do, it's like an out of control fire hose. So you know what it's like when you turn on a fire hose? If no one's holding a fire hose and you turn it on, whoa, it's just like going in every direction. That's what our mind is like. If we don't give our mind something to do, if we don't, and we can control our thoughts and control our thinking if we bring awareness, first of all, to, is my mind doing the out of control fire hose thing? And then secondly, giving it something to do. So that's what this does. And I do it when I'm walking because there's always so much cool stuff to see when you're walking. So this is a practice to bringing yourself back into the now, into the present moment. So these tools that I've shared over the last couple of days, if you haven't seen yesterday's or the day before, jump on, check it out. These are very, very simple, easy to use, breathing, mindfulness, stillness tools that I use in my life when I don't have the capacity to sit in stillness for an hour. This is what I use. Okay, so that's it. If I can remember any more that I do, I will share them as well. All right, see you tomorrow.